G'day, this is the first time I'm ever doing, actually first time I have done a sad but true review. Today, actually tonight, wherever you are watching it, that particular time of day, either good morning, whatever, this first sad but true review goes to Legends of Wrestlemania, a World Wrestling Entertainment video game. It had promised. When I picked it up, I seen it. Oh, great! You know, I get to play with I get to have fun, play with my my favorite superstars. Firstly, you got I'm just kind of looking at a game website. The roster of wrestlers there is Andre the Giant, you know, the eighth wonder of the world, Andre the Giant. To have that type of character in there, you thought, you know, immensity, legacy, brute force. As you can see on the cover, somewhat okay. Actually, the graphics are quite good on the game. But back to the roster. You have Road Warrior Animal with his tag team partner Hawk. A great to have that in that game. Arn Anderson, Bam Bam Bigelow, Big Boss Man, Big John Studd, Bret the Hitman Hart, the British Bulldog, David Boy Smith, British Bob Beefcake, Dusty Rhodes, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Hulk Hogan, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, not the Triple H that we all know and love now, the Iron Sheik, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, Jimmy Snuka, Junkyard Dog, Kamala, King Kong Bundy, Coco Beware, P.S. Michael Hayes, Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, Nikolai Volkov, Ravishing Recruit, Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Sergeant Slaughter, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ted DiBiase, The Rock, The Ultimate Warrior, Undertaker, and Yokozuna. With such a grade roster, you would think that they would have had I would have put down hopes, but it didn't turn out to be quite as fruitful as I thought it was going to be. Let me see. Oh boy, this is just so frustrating to have such a well thought out, or allegedly well thought out video game to be something less than appealing. Here, which was no. Here, it would have been a far better game if they kept the similar control system to the SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 game, the game that came before it, and the game that actually was better than this Legends game. I'm just reading here, game modes. To have these stock standard games, you know, singles, tag team, triple threat, steel cage, ladder, submission, Iron Man, handicap, Hell in a Cell, and Royal Rumble. those were pretty good games to have in that. Well, no, not games, but matches to have in that game. But to limit the arenas for a Legends game, it was actually just have the WWE Legends game. If it didn't focus around WrestleMania and various other arenas like the first Raw Arena, the first Thunder Arena, the first, just have different Raw arenas, different SmackDown arenas, a couple of SummerSlams thrust in, and a Survivor Series, even a few Royal Rumble ones, they could be unlockable, those types of arenas. But to have, let's see, from the late 1980s through to 2009 WrestleManias, type of, let's see, up to from the first WrestleMania to WrestleMania 25, it was just also one Royal Rumble arena. I say that really sucks the wind out of the whole game. Let me see. It says here relive the old matches. It is good to relive some old matches, but still, you gotta make also rewrite, redefine. Great moments in WrestleMania history. Oh please. If I were to do this game, I would have made it a bit more open to bit more. Just have like WWE legendary superstars or superstars or something along those lines, or just have WWE presents the legacy. Not with their whole Randy Orton, Ted DiBiase Jr. and Cody Rhodes stable, but WWE legacy. Have the same roster, but oh boy, have guys like Mr. Fuji, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Master of the South, Jimmy Hart. There's pretty good ideas to have those managers in there, but, and I do mean this is a huge but, if you wanted to have like a Survivor Series type of mode, at this point they could have had a 5 versus 5 lineup, Get rid of that, that combo BS, and get more onto that more focusing on that style of, keep the gameplay as SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Actually, they could have improved on that game quite well. I would have had clean it up a bit, and the possibility of 5-on-5 wrestlers instead of having. Oh man, there's so much things wrong with it. And also have this as an expansion pack for SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I am, or having the SmackDown vs. Raw 2009 as an expansion pack for this game, I do believe to be absolutely a load of bullshit. Openly, it is bullshit. To have the game that came before it be the expansion pack. To have Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Ric Flair, Undertaker, again, I'm like, you have got to be joking with me. Here's what I would like to see in a future Legends of WWE presents Legends of Wrestling. I know it's an acclaimed sports company, but still, I would love to see. I would love to have seen that type of concept. Firstly, have a huge star roster. Do it multi-generational. Have the guys from the 1980s, guys from the 1990s, guys of today. Go through that type of storyline. Throw in, like, not even throw in a road to WrestleMania. Throw in like a story mode. You're the Ultimate Warrior. You come down to the ring, your arms are pumping like crazy. You're flying down to that ring, and you can have the announcers, not the announcers, the commentators can say something like, "Whoa, the Ultimate Warrior's flying down the ring fast," and the other one could say, "Well, in this great sport of ours called professional wrestling, we're not paid by the hour, we're paid by the showing." And the Ultimate Warrior wants to show off how big and powerful he is, and that way he can make more money. And that is why I would like to bring back a little bit of the SmackDown Here Comes the Pain deal. Now that's what I could have added into it. By alternate costumes, by arenas, by unlock them, costumes. See, you choose the Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior comes down to the ring, blaring fast. As the first guy to come down the ring, second duo to come down to the ring. You can have like Road Warrior Animal, Road Warrior Hawk. That brings up the tally of money that you can earn in that spot. Then you can have like Hulk Hogan, the Macho Man, Kurt Hennig, and Jake the Snake Roberts as the other three superstars that you have like a 6-man tag team match. And the more like you can pump up, you can do like up down, and get up when you if you're a Road Warrior Animal and you clothesline Mr. Perfect and he's out cold or even stunned a bit, it shakes him off a bit, holding his head, and you can do pose and other things of that nature, just to boost up the popularity. More popular the team is, the more money the team can get. And if you can get up, see, bonuses. And see, if you win, you get a fair chunk. If you lose, you get a small amount. But then, even if you do lose, you get a little bit of bonus. You get as much as the winner, but if you're the winner, you can get the bonus of, let me see, crowd pleasing, extra match point bonus, winning in this time bonus, having all 6 entrances. You have this other bonus. And you can get about, since this is a video game we're talking about, have it at $15,000 or 15,000 legend dollars, which would have been great, because you're, and also to get more money, to do a like a career mode, you would do, or if you do like a create a wrestler, have it, instead of being like a bus, which you can have like for the superstars, have like a small car, a small busted up car, like something similar to Mick Foley's. You go, if you're in Los Angeles and you have your next showing at let's see, Des Moines, Iowa, you would especially do like the whole coughing, spluttering thing with the car going from point A to point B. Then we get a bit more money, get a bit better car, and with getting a bit more money on top of that, a bit more popularity, you can have a very young looking Vince McMahon come up to you and say, "Hey kid, I've seen you compete. You're getting popular. Here's a bus. Save your car, save your petrol money. It's all on us. This is your bus. Go." That way you can work up to be a much better superstar in the ranks. You can tick off certain legends. You can befriend certain legends. Even make a few legends go, "Hang on 1 minute, you're saving my ass. Next minute you're kicking my ass. What's going on here? It's too confusing." Have that sort of storyline. From SmackDown, shut your mouth, through to SmackDown, here comes your pain. Now those are a good lineup of games. Good storylines, good this, good that. If they had that incorporated into this, I would have had no problem with it. Gradually, you have like a Bobby Heenan could come up to you, "Hey kid, I've seen what you do. I want to be your manager. I'm the manager of champions." You can take a look at Andre the Giant, being the world heavyweight champion. You can take a look at Arn Anderson, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions. You can look at Rick Rude, the Intercontinental Champion. I created that. I am the manager of champions. Come with me. Then you can have like a managerial war going on between. You have also Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart goes, "Guess what, fella? I've been seeing you, and you are one of the top-notch stars coming up here in the WWE. I would like to have you in my stable. I've had the Big Boss Man. I've had Hakeem, the American Dream. I've had Brett and Jim the Anvil, the Hart Foundation. I've had this guy. I've had that guy." Mr. Fuji can go, "I have managed the Powers of Pain. I have managed Demolition to Tag Team Immortality. I have managed Yokozuna to be the World Wrestling Federation, or you should say World Wrestling Entertainment Heavyweight Champion." And just have these managers buying it off, saying, "Oh, I'm going to be," even Slickster, have throw Slick in there, Hey, bud, guess what? I too have mine. Don't forget what Fuji said. You know, he mean nothing. He did not. Actually, Jimmy, like, these guys, they're lying. Especially Jimmy Hart. He never managed Boss Man or managed our team. I managed those two sons of bitches. I've managed them to wrestling immortality, brother. Come with me and you will do fine. Then you're gonna, bidding. Then in the middle of the ring, you can say, and that Gene Okerlund can come up and go, well, son, who do you want to be your manager? And there's like the, let me see, boop, 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 boop. Bobby Heenan, Slick, Fuji, Hart. Ooh. I would choose let me see, Slickster, for instance. I choose Slick. And you have like the crowd going either. I would choose these two as cheering managers. Bobby Heenan and Jimmy Hart. Booing managers, Fuji and Slick. You choose one or the other. You choose Fuji or Slick, you get, ooh, ooh, you sell out, you this, you that, you're the other. Get that sort of storyline going. And when you get very popular and you get the title, boom, you're in. That's what I like to see, Stuff is small, but with the superstars, get from the bus to a plane. For a creative superstar, I'll cut it off at the bus. But when you become champion and you go into the old system again, start with the bus, then get to the plane. Just to make it a bit more challenging for someone who wants to get even better. With one star. What was one creative wrestler? Let's see, gameplay sucks. The roster, the arenas, points, covered that with some sucky, not having much. Storyline, hardly any, or a crock. There's only two positives. The roster, legends. I'm not disputing the fact that the legends are bad. They could have had more legends. As simple as that. In this game, I would have put down Demolition and Powers of Pain. There's the two more. There's the four more extra guys. I've chosen the Ugandan. Actually, he's in the Kamala. I would have chosen IRS. Owen R. Shyster. He was one of the top guys in that day. I would have thrown in Tony Atlas and Rocky Johnson, the first ever African American WWE Tag Team Champions. I've thrown in the Head Shrinkers as well, the Islander Tag Team Champions, and that. I would put in a couple more extra guys just to beef it up a bit more. I would have even put in Sensational Queen Sherry. Put in like a bit of a Divas roster. Not only for managerial positions / valet. I would put them in there for the original. Not the original, but the 1980s, 1990s design women's title. They had enough room to put that in there. I would put down the Jumping Bomb Angels, Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, Sunny. Let's see. That says Sensational Queen Sherry. Those, even with those small roster of divas, you could have still had a women's division and even create a woman to go through all that hardship, you know. Even throw in some jabroni divas in there, saying, "Oh, we're in a developmental territory. This could be improved. You can be improved, you know." Firstly, when you get to a bit more star status, and you could easily grow up a bit more, you know, have that huge thrust from being a manager and valet of a gym, like a second-rate superstar, to being an actual in-ring competitor. See, just to build up on the rewards and also the money. Hell, I would love to have played as the Big Boss Man, circa 1999 through to 2000, when he was Vince McMahon's bodyguard. The Ultimate Warrior with the whole singlet deal. Jimmy Snuka with the singlet. Stone Cold Steve Austin as a ringmaster. Yes, you know, like do the blonde hair, give a blonde goatee, white boots. I would have loved to have been able to unlock those things. Get a bit more, even with the updating of one particular superstar of the Creator Wrestler mode. It would have been potential when you first heard about it, through the roof. Actual gameplay, too difficult. You have to learn a new game set. Should have stuck with the original. Should have stuck with the 2009 SmackDown vs. Raw game. Lacking of arena designs and outlays. Just all that is just downright sad to have so much promise for one game, and to have it like, you know, what I just did. It tore up what hopes and dreams that classical WWE fans would have wanted. It was actually this game that got me started on the downhill spiral of watching less WWE footage on Fox 8 here in Australia, and me purchasing less pay-per-views for main event here in Australia. Well, like anything in life, it's sad but true that the Legends of WrestleMania, the game, sucks. It openly sucks. Bad. And once again, a lot of promise didn't pull off. It's sad but true. See you later for the next review. Bye.